Hello, my name is Paul Jewett. I work for the City of Los Angeles, Department of Rec and Parks. I love my wife of 26 years, and I have a great job. This is the story of the red button, which originally started out as black buttons, but after somebody told the mayor they were red, we now have red buttons. This story really began at Peck Park when I came to answer a cold call and found out that the controller for the heating section was dead. So that went in the trash. After looking at the control prints for the job, I realized that they needed to follow the controller into the trash. At that point, I ripped out all the controls and rebuilt the controls completely. During that process, I realized that the occupancy of the auditorium was very sporadic. And at that point, I looked into the time clock to see what I could do about controlling it better, and found out that it would accept a remote start from a button. So at that point I talked to the director of the park, Kim, and she told me that most of their events were 4 hours, and at that point we put 4 hours in the time clock, and 2 years later we haven't even had to change it. What we have here is the Rec and Parks Demonstrator 2, affectionately known as RPD2, and all the components for our system are on this board. We have thermostats with time clocks, thermostats without time clocks, we have remote sensors for ducts and for room. Basically, what would happen is, for an override, you would push the button, it would take the thermostat out of the unoccupied mode into the occupied mode for after hours operation. Right here we have a thermostat without a time clock, and this would be most appropriate for pools, auditoriums, gymnasiums. So when you push the button, it goes into the auto mode, and at this point it's controlling heating and cooling. If we have a situation where we have multiple units, multiple thermostats, we can add pilot relay. So if you push the button, as many thermostats as you need to control would be controlled by the pilot relays. Built into the thermostat is a staggered start feature, so that if you do start multiple units, they don't all start at the same time, causing a big inrush of current. And over here we have another little feature we've added to some of the buildings, where we have a lighting sensor in the restroom. We can trip the additional relay that we've added on and run the bathroom exhaust only when the lights are on. What we have here is a working system in a basketball gym. Multi-function timer, pilot relays, 3 thermostats. We actually have a 4th thermostat remotely located from here. With a simple push of a button, we have 4 hours of automatic heating and cooling. And it is our goal to install these throughout the park system. These are just some of the control strategies I have that will maximize the efficiency and operation of the equipment. One of the things that happened at Peck Park was I took a unit that was running approximately 100 hours a week, and now we're running anywhere between 10 and 20 hours a week. So if you multiply that out over a year, we were looking at approximately 5,000 hours. We're now running approximately 500 hours. That will extend the life of the equipment out considerably, not to mention all the savings of energy and maintenance. This has all been made possible by an incredible management team, starting out with the Mayor of Los Angeles, Eric Garcetti. Thank you very much for autographing my hard hat. It's a prized possession. His back to basics philosophy has allowed my management team to empower me. Thank you all, starting with General Manager Mike Scholl, Ramon, Rod, my immediate supervisor Bill Harper, with the support of Jimmy Newsom. Thank you all for giving me the power to innovate.